My boyfriend wants me to stop participating in my favorite sports. Now I can't see him the same way I did before.
You should stop participating in that relationship.
Boom.
Oh.
My boyfriend and I have been dating a year now. I think we're really dissimilar, but we make it work really well. He's a lot more involved in art, and I'm into athletics. When we first started dating, I made my interest clear to him, and he was enthusiastic. I'm not Olympics good, but I hope to be before it gets too late. He said he wanted to support me, and he was willing to try some new sports and stuff with me.
That's nice.
Of course, right at the start of us dating, I wrecked my leg at our first few dates. And our first few dates were spent doing puzzles and crosswords together.
Okay, cute.
Watching movies while I was buzzed on painkillers. He was awesome. It really solidified that he was the person I wanted to spend my life with. He took great care of me, and I loved to spend time with him and learn about what he enjoyed. He set up some paints in my living room so he could paint while we hung out. And I have so many paintings of me, my cat, my house, and plants.
Aww.
They're all so incredible, and I love what he does. By the way, this comes from Cyan Throwaway 7 on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So after a lot of physical therapy and recovery, I finally got the chance to start snowboarding again.
Woo!
She's a snowboarder?
Oh, snowboarding is hard.
Oh, I thought it was like I'm a rugby player.
I'm a rugby player.
Or I'm just trying to think of something that would make OP uncomfortable.
I guess snowboarding. I mean, it does have a little bit of danger in it.
But it doesn't involve other people. Like where he could get jealous.
No. Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I see.
Like co-ed tennis. You know how tennis can get spicy. Really late into the season, but I was able to. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to come with me, and he wasn't up for it the past few weeks. I've been having a lot of fun going on my own, but I do wish I had him with me. I asked him one time if he wanted to go with me as a sort of a romantic Valentine's thing. Then we could get dinner and have a night in. He's been trying to teach me to paint, so I figured we could do a bit of that. He said he didn't want to, and then decided to cancel all our plans. OP, you're into snowboarding? Dump him.
Dump him.
You know how many people in the world would love to have a snowboarding girlfriend that's almost at Olympic level?
So many. Come on.
Like, what the heck?
You got options, girl.
What the heck? I felt really kind of hurt. I asked him if he was okay, but he just shut me down. We've been watching the Olympics together, and he's just not at all engaged. He shushes me when I get excited and just leaves if he's not interested in the event.
What the freak? The Olympics is the only time I'm interested in sports.
That's right. I felt a little disrespected. I watch him paint for hours on end. Yeah, watch him paint.
I want you freaking paint.
I watch you watch paint dry. I ask for the technique. I try to learn. I go to the museums with him, even when I think they're boring and tedious. He doesn't have to love it, but he could at least show some interest. Today, I just felt a little fed up and asked him why he wouldn't go with me and why he was so upset. I feel like I'm really respectful of his interest, but it doesn't seem like he cares about mine. So I confronted him. He told me he feels like I'm going to get hurt again, and it just comes off as a waste of time to do stuff like that. He said art is more permanent and something like sports doesn't last.
This is so weird.
Well, F me for liking it, right?
Yeah.
He said he'd never go to that sort of stuff with me, but told me he still loves me and just wants me safe. I told him I appreciate the sentiment. I just wish he showed more respect. He said it wasn't fair for him to pretend to like something he doesn't, and then told me I should take up something less dangerous. He said he'd support me more if I did running or tennis or even golf. I told him I've got a limited window and I want to keep pursuing this. If something happens, it happens, but I want to at least make an attempt. This feels like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
He told me it doesn't matter and he can't support me doing this. I am so frustrated. Is this breakup worthy? Or can I reconcile with him? Is he right? We got an update.
He's not right. I don't know if this is necessarily breakup territory quite yet, but I think if you say like, hey, this is my life,
Yeah.
you can't control me, and he still is like, well, I don't want you to do this, blah, 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 then maybe it's breakup territory. But I think you can still have a couple more conversations before.
Update. Basically, my boyfriend wanted me to stop snowboarding despite it being my favorite sport and something I plan to pursue for a while. I was really frustrated by it, especially because he'd pledged an interest in it beforehand, then gone back on it, and I felt it was really disrespectful.
Very.
It seemed a lot of people agreed, and I was grateful for it. It gave me the confidence to tell my boyfriend that either he got with my passions or he didn't get with me.
Woo!
I made it clear he didn't have to snowboard. He didn't have to like it. He just had to respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least-
RESPECT.
That's what you need from me. Honestly, if he had like a little tube and it was like the little snow tube and he like always like down the hill with her. Why can't you like that?
Why can't you just be fun?
He got pissed and told me I was sacrificing my body for something that's not permanent and that just luck and danger. I told him he was being a snob and pointed out that sports is at times very artistic and super permanent. Just look at the Olympics. When I brought that up, he went ballistic and said I didn't know what real art is, and I don't have any taste.
Oh my god, he's such a snob. Snob central out here.
And not like crapping on art, but he did do a lot of paintings of cats and
Is
plants.
that true? Is that what they
Yeah,
said?
she has paintings of cats and plants in her around the house.
Is that all he does? What else do you draw?
Yeah, dude, come on.
Do you even know real art?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Art
saying.
is subjective, man.
It better be like a cat made of potatoes.
Yeah. Do something, do some real art, like a cat made of potatoes.
Come on. He said he liked me better when we started dating, and now I'm barely a good girlfriend. Yeah, I liked you better when you were hurt and injured.
Yeah, but she couldn't do anything.
I asked that if he meant he liked me on painkillers and in bed, and he said if that made me a better woman, then yes.
Oh my god, leave this man.
By the way, you can
Bye.
be better as a person if you join us live every weekday on 3 p.m. PST on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Just tap our profile.
What the flippity flap?
Whoa, this guy showed, like, after a year, he's showing all of his red flags now. Yikes.
That is crazy.
Big old yikes.
How can you say that to someone?
Yeah, someone who's like, wow, so you liked me when I was on painkillers and in bed? And he was like, well, that made you a better woman. What? You suck, dude.
You just go to a nursing home.
Yeah.
If you want to
Honestly,
find the best woman ever.
they'll paint with you all day. You can play Scrabble with them. That's your perfect woman.
Ooh, it was the moment that it clicked. He didn't really care about who I was as a person.
Nope.
He only cared about me being involved with him. About me being involved with him.
Whoa. Whoa.
It was like he was writing it out on the wall. He doesn't love me.
He's writing it out on the wall. Whoa.
He loved the version of me that was on painkillers and didn't have the strength or energy to do anything but watch what he did and to be his captive audience. He's a complete tool. It's like a flashing neon sign. This guy doesn't love you. And I can't believe I missed it earlier. I was reading the comments on my original post and I was like, but it only clicked when he was actually spewing that garbage in my face. I felt so distinctively hurt. Anyways, I kicked him out to the curb and took myself and a friend snowboarding as a reward for putting up with it. We had a lot of fun and I'm definitely glad he's gone. There's so much more room for the awesome people in my life.
Woo!
Let's freaking go. Let's freaking
LFG's
go.
in the chat.
And that's it, baby.
That's it. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Dang.
Sometimes you realize that the person that you're dating freaking sucks and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, that's and I hate that I had to like come out to this.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And you have so many like random paintings of him in your house and like you have to find more paintings now.
Yeah, now you have to throw a bonfire.
And now you're always going to think of painting in a weird way and art.
Dang.
I think of theater in a weird way sometimes.
You think of what?
Theater in a weird way. Too many theater
See,
girls.
I have a love-hate relationship with rock climbing. I'm
That's
like,
true.
I'm obsessed with it, but I'm like, wow.
But like, there's so many rock climbing lads out there.
That's true. I haven't seen them yet, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, you're not going enough.
I know. Well, a lot of people come up to talk to me, but they're like older men, so
Do you not like money?
I don't think they have money if they're at the rock climbing gym every day.
Whoa. You broke if you go rock climbing. Sophia,
No,
2024.
I guess you do have to have a certain amount of money to, I don't know, I guess it depends on what kind of job you have.
Yeah, that's where you
You're either
should
really
talk to him.
rich if you're spending a lot of time rock climbing,
Hey,
or you're spending so much time rock climbing that you're not making any money.
next old guy that comes up to you, he's like, what's your name? You're like, boom, what do you do for a living? How much is in your bank account?
What's your name? And I go, how much money? Nah. I got the money for myself. I don't need no man to give me money.
I don't know.
What?
Dude, she's so stingy. She has a chance to go on a trip, and like I was like, she's like, I'm not gonna go if my plane ticket's not paid for. I'm like, oh, what's like your limit on a plane ticket? She's like $200.
I'm trying
like,
to save money.
but like you could like everything else is paid for, and all you have to do is like a plane
That
ticket.
makes you sound so bad.
Yeah, it does. And you're like, you have all the money you need. Girl, what do you mean?
Okay, well, if someone wants to pay for my plane ticket, I'm not going to say no.
True, but I don't know.
Well,
anyway, we can cut that out.
That's the end of that story.
That's the end of that story.
And the end of this episode. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And
see you tomorrow.
tomorrow.